morning, welcome back to my channel. So it is a weekend day today. I went out last night for a couple of cocktails for one of my partner's friends' birthdays, and I then kind of slept in this morning because I just really wanted a bit of a late start. If you guys have been keeping up with my other vlogs, I am doing an 8-week gym challenge at the moment, so that I have just finished the second week now, so I'm heading on into week 3, but it's kind of led me to wanting to be back in my routine. So I thought today we could do a little bit of a spring reset and refresh of just so many different parts of my life, because moving house really threw me out for the last few weeks, and there's definitely areas of this place which are still a mess, hence why I haven't done the apartment tour yet, because I'm not quite ready to show you. I just think when I come home, I'm kind of like, those things aren't really in the right spot together. So maybe we even start just doing room by room, because I did want to do a little bit of a bedroom makeover as well. So I might kind of get started in there with one of my next videos. But for now, I thought what we could do is a little bit of a review of my finances, because I know those have been a bit crazy with paying for like the new bond and rent and Removalist and cleaning and just everything to do with moving house and getting a few new bits and pieces. I also need to plan out all of my meals, because now that I'm doing this 8-week challenge, I wanted to actually set aside some time to sit down and write out my grocery list for like literally the next 6 weeks, because sometimes when it comes to a Sunday night, I'm just exhausted and I kind of just write a few things down and run out the door. And because I'm trying to get some particular outcomes to align with all of my training and make sure I've got like the right amount of energy to actually be working out 5 days a week, I need to do some food planning. And I also have a few different wardrobe swaps and things I want to do as well, because again, it is kind of finally coming into some warmer weather. So I definitely have a few bits and pieces I want to clear out of my wardrobe. I might put some other things into some storage, and I have a few new bits that I want to add in as well. So I just thought we could hang out for the day and get through a little bit of my to-do list, a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of spring resetting, and just get really back on top of the mountain of things to do, because I feel like at this time of year, it's just a little bit like, you know, that like in between period before the holiday season. And don't get me wrong, I am very, very excited for the holiday season to come, but I feel like this kind of month or two before that is just a bit weird. I don't know. It's like that in between section of the year where you're like really, really busy, but also trying to get things in order so that when the holiday season does come around, I've like budgeted for it, I've planned for it, I'm feeling good and healthy, and I am ready to go. So let's spend the day together. And if you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe, so you can just hit that button down below. And now I think I'm just going to go and make some breakfast. I'll show you one of my favorite little kind of breakfasts I've been making at the moment, and then we can get into things for the rest of the day. For breakfast, I have been mixing it up a little bit, and that is definitely what keeps me a little bit interested and motivated when I'm making or cooking things, because I feel like if you literally just eat the same thing over and over again, that's when you start to get sick of healthy eating. So you guys know that I love making smoothies. So I usually do always go for a smoothie, and I add in a bunch of ingredients, whether it be like maca powder, protein powder, cacao, like all sorts of healthy stuff in there. But I thought I might do a little bit more of a savory breakfast today, and then I might have a smoothie later, like for lunch or something instead. So I'm gonna grab out a couple of ingredients, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna make. Okay, first things first, I have some bread. This one is a stone-baked soy and linseed bread, which I just got at Coles. It was actually really nice, and it's all pre-sliced, because I've made the mistake recently of buying like beautiful sourdough breads and they're never sliced. And honestly, it feels like cutting through a piece of timber with a saw, trying to like cut your own bread. So I'm always looking for pre-sliced, or a bakery that offers the option that they will like slice it for you. I have some organic eggs, because again, trying to get in a little bit more protein at the moment. I've got some sliced up mushrooms, because I really love doing these in a little bit of olive oil with some parsley as well for a bit of flavor. I have an avocado, of course, and I also have a little bit of spring onions, because I like to use these as garnish for a bit of extra flavor on top of a meal. And then my little breakfast additions, which I feel like kind of spice up a meal if you're a little bit bored of like the standard avo on toast or whatever, is these from Coles, which are like a pancetta crumb. So you just fry these up in the fry pan. It is absolutely delicious. So pancetta is pork, in case anyone was wondering. So it's kind of like little bacon pieces in a way. And then this Australian feta. So a nice crumbly feta that you can either mash up in a bowl, so So sometimes I'll literally put the feta, avocado, and some lemon all in a bowl and mix it up and then put it on the toast. So it kind of feels like going to a cafe, except for a fraction of the price because we're doing it at home. And then I can kind of control the amount of, like, you know, butter or oil or things that kind of goes into what I'm eating. But absolutely love this. It's a really nice filling breakfast, got lots of different tasty elements in it. So I'm gonna cook that up now. So this is my little brekkie. I've got the mushrooms, the pancetta, and egg, which I usually do mine over easy because I kind of don't really like if the oak isn't cooked well. And then I have some avocado and feta smash with lemon juice and chives on top. Next on my list is a couple of new things for my wardrobe and clearing out a bunch of other things as well. So I've set aside a bag of items that I've cleaned out of my wardrobe, and I want to take photos of them all and put them up on Facebook Marketplace so I can sell a few of those. And then I've also got a donation bag, which I'm going to take down to like Vinnie's or one of the op shops and things as well. So I have to sort through a little bit of that stuff. But before I do, I wanted to show you some swimwear and some cover-ups and all sorts of things like that, which I have got from Cupshe. So I wanted to thank Cupshe for sponsoring this portion of the video. I'm going to go through and do a little bit of a try-on haul with you guys now of the pieces that I selected from their current range. And I'm very excited for that because my beautiful new balcony here is perfect for getting some sunshine, and I just love having easy throw-on items. So I'm actually wearing one of them right now, which is a beautiful kind of khaki green jumpsuit, but let me show you what I've got because they are some really beautiful colors and super comfy pieces as well. First item is this one, which is a little khaki jumpsuit. It has these cute pocket details on the front here on either side, and it is also long to the floor, even on me, which is great because I am tall, but that's because I've popped the adjustable straps to the lowest settings so that it can kind of hang down on me. And on the top part of this little jumpsuit, it's got this beautiful shirring kind of detail, which I think is so incredibly flattering and really comfortable as well. Next up, I've got this beautiful black one piece, and it's got a little bit of a mesh panel in here and this gorgeous crisscross kind of detail over the front of it. This one fits so incredibly well, and I thought I would just show you. I have this little black cover up, and I usually just kind of tie it in a knot like this and make it into a little bit of a skirt over the front of swimwear, and that is how I really love to style and wear my pieces in summer. I feel like the bust area in these are really supportive as well, which is really nice because it's not going to go missing if you go for a swim in the surf, and it just has a little adjustable back detail as well, and that mesh paneling, continues around the back of it as well. Next up, I have another one-piece black swimsuit, and this one is definitely a lot more dramatic, but I do feel like this looks good on my body type, so I prefer that much more high-waisted because I feel like it kind of really elongates your legs. And this I actually got in a bigger size because I really did want it to fit comfortably and not kind of squeeze around any of those areas. So I always think with swimwear, just get whatever size you think is going to look the best on your body. You don't need to be going exact, you just need to find something that is really comfortable. So all of the sizes and links to these items will be in the description box down below, but I just love this one. It is very, very dramatic in the front as well, so I think this would look really cool if you, like I said, again, did the same tie-up cover-up to wear it around as well, because it kind of almost looks like an outfit because it is such a dramatic top. Next one I got was a little bit more fun and a little bit of color. I really love this burnt orange kind of color, and even in terms of home styling, I feel like this is going to be such an in color this season, but I thought I would get something with a little bit of a print just for a little bit of difference and a little bit of fun. And yet again, I just feel so incredibly supported in this, but not squeezed. It's just very comfortable and flattering across the stomach, and here around the bust it is very, very supportive as well. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and the straps are lovely and thin too. So yet again, a absolutely beautiful piece of swimwear. Next piece I grabbed was the perfect cover-up white shirt, and as you can see, this is really long because I've just paired it with some denim shorts underneath, and I absolutely love that. I feel like it's a great one if you wanted to completely unbutton it and have a swimsuit underneath, or style it kind of similar to how I have. But I love that the sleeves are really long and the material is this beautiful kind of striped white, and I just think this is such a classic for summer, and also something that I could get away with wearing to the office, because I could literally chuck this on over the top of some business pants, like tuck it in and wear some heels and you'd be good to go. So I really love those kind of versatile wardrobe pieces because I feel like they are things that I just wear all the time throughout the season. Lastly, I got a beautiful dress because I'm definitely the queen of comfort when it comes to those boiling hot days, especially here in Melbourne where it can get really, really warm. So this one is just a cute print as well, and it kind of laces up at the back. So it's very easy to get into and easily adjustable as well. And I just thought this was the perfect piece. It's kind of got like a tiered layer on the bottom, and it is a little bit like midi length as well. It's in the most beautiful, silky, softest fabric, and just yet again one of those easy throw on pieces. So thank you so much to Cupshe, and if you want to shop any of those pieces, the links will be in the description box down below. I also bought this Milk Lab almond milk to make coffees with because Jazz prefers this one, but I have to be honest, I don't really like it. I definitely just prefer my Australian organic barista almond brand. But let me know what your favorite almond milks or like plant-based milks are, because I'm always on the lookout for good ones to mix into my coffees. So I just finished my breakfast and I thought I might sit down now and do a little bit of the meal planning that I was talking about. So my favorite way to do that is a little bit of a mixture. So for the Body Fit Challenge, they do have a nutritionist on board, and like within the phone app, there are like a couple of meal plans and options and things that you could follow, but it's not exactly my preference because it doesn't work around some of my likes or dislikes, and it's not tailored to me. So it's obviously not, it doesn't include like lactose-free options and things like that. So I usually just kind of take some inspiration but do my own food. So now I'm on my laptop and I'm going to have a little bit of a browse of Pinterest because I keep a bunch of meals and things saved in one of my little folders on there. And I also have a few cookbooks. So I've got this one, which is a Women's Weekly like keto guide, and I'm not keto, but again, they're really great meal ideas. And then if I wanted to add things that had like more carbs to it, I can, because I'm not like strictly following that diet plan. And then the other one is the Global Vegan by Ellie Bullen. And yet again, it's a book that sometimes I will eat a vegan meal or some vegetarian meals and things during my week as well. But if I wanted to, I could quite literally just use these as meal bases and then add some protein to it instead. So that's the plan for now. I'm going to have a little bit of a browse and then I'll check back in with you guys when I've written a few things down.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go.
As promised, I'm going to tell you the ideas that I've been writing down. So I think I've got a pretty good meal plan for the week ahead, and it's stuff that I just find so delicious because I think that's the easiest way to consume really healthy food and really nutritious food, is just things that taste good to your particular taste buds. And I just happen to really like lots of crunchy, healthy, fresh stuff as we're like heading into the warmer weather. So I put down into categories of snacks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I rarely eat out. I usually just pretty much cook and make all of my own food. So on a Sunday night, I'll do a massive big grocery shop, and then I will have everything in the fridge ready to go that I can either start meal prepping or just have here for when I get home from work, because the last thing I could be bothered doing during the week would be going to Woolworths. So snack ideas, I have carrot sticks and hummus. I usually like to get like a beetroot hummus because I think it tastes a little bit nicer than like the plain one. And then some dark chocolate and a few pieces of fruit and things as well. So like bananas, strawberries, blueberries, any of those kinds of things. I really love blueberries, but like those Driscoll's one, you know, like the massive blueberries, but I haven't seen them in store for the last few weeks. So I really hope that those come back in stock soon because they are my absolute favorite. And for breakfast, I've got a mushroom egg scramble with avocado, so that would be like a little bit of a savory breakfast bowl. I also like to make a cacao peanut butter smoothie, so again, usually with either coconut milk or almond milk, and then I will put in cacao, some peanut butter, protein powder, which I use the raw vanilla vegan protein, and then I might add in some other little bits and pieces as well. Like I've got chaga mushrooms for like vitamin C and a few other little bits and pieces, maybe some collagen powder and things, like depending on how much stuff I can pack in there. And for lunch, I had written down Thai chicken meatballs in lettuce cups, so kind of similar to like a sancho bao, I guess, but you just buy like chicken mince and use a little bit of soy sauce and sweet chili sauce as like the kind of dressing on top of it, but inside I would also put like some bean shoots and maybe some shredded carrot and things like that as well, and that can be really, really tasty. And then another lunch idea was a tuna salad with some balsamic dressing, so just like tuna, lettuce, maybe like red capsicum, cucumber, like that kind of stuff, and then put a balsamic dressing over the top. Sometimes I will actually add in, I might have spinach instead of lettuce, or I'll add in some spiral pasta that I've just boiled the pasta and chucked it in there, because I feel like that can kind of fill you up a little bit more so you're not hunting around for a snack later on. And I actually think it tastes really nice with the balsamic dressing as well. So that's a couple of lunch ideas. And then for dinner, for the weekend, I thought I would make turkey burgers for Jazz and I, because that would be really tasty. And I usually also make a stir fry as well, because I find that's like the easiest way if you've got like husband, boyfriend, partner, whatever. I find that he just eats a lot. So if I make a stir fry, there's enough for me to have like a nice small serve, and he can just eat literally the entire rest of whatever's there. So I'll either do a stir fry with like beef or chicken, but even if you don't want to buy all of the things, because sometimes that can cost a lot more money, Coles and Woolworths do have really good like pre-mixed stir fry vegetable packs, and they're really, really good value. So I will often just get one of those and a nice sauce. I like the Iren brand of sauces, and they have some really good flavors as well. And then in terms of other dinner ideas, I was thinking to make some fish, because I really like eating fish. So I will do like a lemon butter sauce. So quite literally like a lemon and some butter, a little bit of parsley, and make that as the sauce. You can cook it in the oven in like a piece of foil, or just cook it in a fry pan. And then I'll have that with some basmati rice and some vegetables, maybe like broccolini or something. And then the other dinner idea I saw, which was actually one from the BodyFit app. I'll see if I can try and find it, but it was a honey soy pork with noodles and greens. So kind of like a little bit of a stir fry thing. So within the BodyFit app, it's got this little section down here for the 8-week challenge. And then if I go into that, it will give me nutrition. So I put in like my before and after photos. It's got nutrition, it's got data from all of the workouts, and then you also do like a body scan thing. So this is an example of like how they lay out the meals. And I've done this before. I did it years ago for, I think it was like before, here's the honey soy pork thing. So that's the little recipe for that, and I can actually leave that in the description box down below if you guys are interested. But basically it gives you all of the portion sizes and ingredients. It tells you the calories, protein, fat and carbs within it, and obviously how to cook it as well. So that's kind of really handy if you didn't know like heaps about nutrition. But I'm more at BodyFit for like getting my butt kicked in terms of doing like really hard cardio workouts and learning some more like weight exercises and weightlifting and things, because I just really wasn't doing a lot of that at the gym, or I had like old memories of like certain exercises to do. I was also doing Carolyn Gervin's challenges off like YouTube and stuff, but I really wanted to push myself and do it in like a little bit of a measured and tracked kind of way, hence like the more planning with food than I would ordinarily kind of do. Next thing I need to do is a little bit of cleaning. So I need to unpack the dishwasher, but I also wanted to vacuum, and I've been kindly gifted this Dbot X1, which is a Ecovacs vacuum, and I'm very, very excited to use it. I've already had it map the house, and now I'm just going to turn it on. So I've named him. His name is Arthur, and basically you just go straight into the smart cleaning mode once you've already done the little map, and it's just going to go the second I press play. So now it will start cleaning while I get on with some other things.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Don't be shy, cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning.
So I previously just had this paper wall planner from Kmart, and that's what I was using to kind of plan out all of my different events for the month, and it also had goals down here and a bit of a to-do list, so I would kind of write a little bit of my content into there. But what I've got now in my new home office is this little planner. So the only annoying thing about it is that it says family planner. I wish they had just said planner, but I might get something to cover that up. And this is sort of the beginnings of my new desk, but I just thought this was really great because I've actively written all of my collabs, I've got all of my things planned out, and of course it's just a whiteboard, so I can easily just rub things out and replan it every single month, which is a little bit more environmentally friendly in terms of not using paper, because now I'll just have this forever and I can keep kind of rubbing things out. So it's got all of the months across the top here, and then I just manually wrote the dates in there. So absolutely loving this for getting myself reorganized. Now I was thinking to do a little bit of a bedroom makeover, because you know my current bedding with the beautiful olive green and things behind me, but I thought in this new space something a little bit more beige and neutral would look better. So let me show you the different products I've got, and then we can do a quick little transition from the old into the new. So these are the new items that I've got. I have some beautiful brand new 2000 thread count cooling bamboo queen bed sheets, and these were a little housewarming gift from my mum, which is very much appreciated because I really do need some new sheets, and the fact that they're quite cooling will be lovely for summer. And then I've got some things from House, and I'll link all of these in the description box down below, but this one is called the Montauk Throw, and I thought that would really look lovely and complementary with the bedding. And then instead of the grey, I've gone for a warm natural beige, and this one is the Pure European Linen Quilt Cover Set in the queen size. It's pre-washed and softened, so I just thought that would look absolutely incredible as well. And then I've got two signature sort of pillows. So that is the new arrangement now. I've got this sandy kind of beige coloured bedding, and that is the beautiful linen from House. So this is the little throw blanket that's gone on the end. I think I might actually unfold that so it covers the end of the bed neatly as well, but it's this lovely sort of washed linen, just the same as the actual bedding itself, with the little stripes running through it. And then I've added on a boucle pillow to match the bed head and the tufted pillows and those other lovely pillows as well. well. I guess I better close out the vlog, but thank you so much for spending the day with me. I hope this kind of inspired you to do a little bit of a spring reset for yourself as well, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.